there YouTube, what's happening? Thanks for stopping back into the channel today, right here with the Rustbelt Mechanic. So we're doing some cleaning up here in the garage, and there's going to be some big stuff happening in here very soon on the channel, so make sure you guys stay tuned to that one. But anyways, today the big thing that we're going to be doing is going down to Tribus Tools to review their newest O2 sensor ratcheting wrench. I've actually had my hands on it for a couple weeks, but we're going to be going down to their facility to be doing some testing between it and a couple of competing sockets and wrenches on the market with it today, so it's going to be a good one. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so here we are at Tribus Tools here in Englewood, Ohio. I've got the great opportunity to be able to come here to see some of their operation and to see some of their newest, latest, greatest tools coming out from their shop here. So today we're going to be talking about their brand new ratcheting O2 sensor wrench. Now I know before, if you've seen the channel, we've looked at some of their ratcheting line wrench style wrenches before, and today they've gone the extra mile on this one. We're going to say that one with this new O2 sensor wrench. We're going to get this one unboxed here to show you guys exactly how this wrench is so much better than what really is on the market today. So as I get this thing open, you can see that it does come in two pieces. You've got the regular wrench, looks about like a 5 to 6 inch handle here on it. You guys can see here that it is the open end line wrench, ratcheting line wrench. You can hear the paws ratcheting through that thing. So awesome to be able to see that one. And then they added on their extension handle for the wrench as well. The threads that they ended up using on this wrench are Acme threads, so pretty much that makes them almost dummy proof. I mean, you'd have to be as hard on tools as Justin Dow would be. Sorry, buddy Dow, just had to throw that one in there to be able to cross thread this one. So very nice threads. They thread together absolutely nicely, and that turns your wrench into a 12-inch handle wrench to be able to get this thing onto and around any of the O2 sensors. Now, what sets this thing apart from all the other wrenches, obviously, you guys know that it's a ratcheting wrench, and that puts it in its league of its own. You've got the full 180-degree swivel head on it too, so you've got the flex head being able to go in any direction. Really nice knurling on both handles, whether using the single handle or the double, but this thing is also just extra beefy. Obviously, when you're in and working around O2 sensors, there's certain places in which you need to get into tinier things, but there's also certain things in which you really need some extra beef to it to be able to get these rusty, crusty O2 sensors out. Living and working here in the Rust Belt of all places, that is the worst place of all, especially if you want to actually reuse an O2 sensor after taking it out of an exhaust manifold or out of a catalytic converter. There's almost no way that you're going to be able to save it. Well, in this circumstance, we're hoping that this one is able to save more of those for you. Now, obviously, working here in the Rust Belt, all of these rusty, crusty O2 sensors never want to go your way. The newer O2 sensors, you get those prior to warranty, and usually you're able to pop those just loose and then spin them out the rest of the way by hand. However, when we're talking about O2 sensors and even NOx sensors, that's right, this wrench is going to work with most of your NOx sensors as well. As long as it's got the 7/8 head on it, it's going to work in that application. So with those applications, this is where the ratcheting portion of this wrench is going to come in a lot of handiness. Because as you guys know, working on diesel applications, a lot of these sensors soot up or mushroom out really badly, because when these exhaust systems go into regeneration, they're getting super hot. So a lot of the times these sensors are just known for mushrooming out on the ends. So when you go to take them out, obviously they're going to be coming out a lot harder than what you normally thought a newer O2 sensor or NOx sensor would be coming out. So having this ratcheting wrench here, being able to continually turn it and ratchet it all the way out, is going to be definitely playing on your side of the field for this one. This is going to be one of those O2 sensor tools that you're going to buy once and you're never going to need to buy another thing again for it, because it's just, like I said, able to fit in and able to be worked in just about any situation that you guys could come up with for those 7/8 oxygen sensors or NOx sensors. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I've been able to use this wrench a lot in the shop. So I've got a couple of video clips with me and Captain Ron, been able to use this thing in the shop. So we've got a Cadillac with some rusty O2 sensors in it. So we're gonna see what this one does to be able to help to show you guys the usage of it in the shop format. O2 sensor in our Cadillac here. She looks pretty crusty. Plenty of room to get our extension on. So, there we go. Was able to get it turned around. It took about 3 turns or so before it actually was able to come out finger tight. But you can see how rusty the threads and everything were on there. Even in testing, I was able to use these O2 sensor wrenches on some conversion vans as well. Now in this next situation, I'm going to be using the Tribus wrench from one of their early designs when I was helping them out with this. Obviously, it's not going to have the black nitride coating or anything to it, but it's going to show you another circumstance in which it was able to get in to be able to get these O2 sensors out in a great fashion. All right, our Chevy van got no extension on there. Oh, that's tightened, so let's go ahead and swap it around. Don't break it. That one's gonna need the extension. All right. And it came loose. Yep, the sensor came loose. All right, so now you guys seen a couple of situations in which these were used in the shop format, but for this video purpose, I wanted to be able to get you guys a couple of more shots in more of a technical aspect. So we've got a test bench set up here to be able to test both the Tribus Tools O2 sensor wrench here and a couple of other ones that just about every other technician is going to have in their arsenal to be able to get out these O2 sensors or NOx sensors. So let's jump over to the other bench to see what we're going to be working with today. And for our viewing pleasure and testing purposes tonight, these are the 3 tools that we're going to be working with. We've got our Snap-on O2 sensor wrench here. This one, we'll leave this one, part number is SWR1A. This is their 7/8 O2 sensor wrench. Then we have the tool that everybody else has in their toolbox. We've got a new O2 sensor socket from Autocraft, pretty much $14 to $20 you pick up at any auto parts store down the road, whatever you want to. And then we've got our Tribus Tools O2 sensor wrench right here, brand new in the box still. How about that? And we've got this thing for our testing purposes as well. We're going to be putting this one together and using it on our test bench here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the normal 2 that just about everybody has, both the socket and the wrench, into the test here. We're going to see how much torque that these things can hold before obviously they're starting to spread on the test bench, because you guys know these O2 sensors, they get working and they get rusted, and these sockets here, we try to get them out as easily as we can to try to save the sensors, but there's just a point at which these end up spreading and don't work. Same thing with the wrench and everything. So we're going to put these 2 up onto the test bench here to see what they're going to be able to hold before they actually start to spread and or break. I have no clue on what they're going to do. And then afterwards, we're going to see and make sure our Tribus Tools wrench is going to be able to hold just the same, if not more, on the test bench. All right, so first up, testing here, we've got our digital solutions. We've got our torque meter tester here. We've got a severely hardened 7/8 test bed here to be able to test our torque at which this thing is going to hold. Everything zeroed out, and the first thing on our list, we're going to be testing out our 7/8 Autocraft O2 sensor socket. So we're going to be doing this one first just to see what this one can hold. put this one on here, and I'm going to put a pipe on here just so I can kind of grip onto it better. All right, let's see what it'll hold. That was it. It slipped all the way around. So it hit 114. Get that off of there. Yep, so it showed right there. We hit 114.8 foot-pounds on that one at the peak point of which it was able to hold before it actually started to spin on the socket and the socket totally spread. All right, so test number 1 done. All right, now for the one that I'm most excited about here, we've got the snap-on, tried and true, good old boy. We've got the O2 sensor wrench here. Got the one small slit sliver here. You can see that it's a lot smaller than that one, so hopefully this one's going to spread a whole lot less. Also, this thing does have the curved end to it, and the socket sticks in quite a bunch, does have a pass through to get all the way through it. So I think to grip the most amount of torque on this one, we're going to put it on this way, just so it's all in line with the handle here to be able to grip into at that point. Kind of get it on there nice and tight, and then we're going to get our bar on here so I can kind of grip on and give it a more gradual kind of pull here. All right, here goes nothing. It broke, guys. Well, what'd we hold? 267.2 pounds. And it looks like it started to spread because we had a little bit of rounding right where the open sides were on it, but our shoulder bolt totally gave out on this one. All right, we're gonna have to get a bigger stick on this one. Oh, watch yourself. All right, third and final one up. We can see got our damage there in the background. We've got our Tribus Tools O2 sensor wrench here. Ratcheting. Obviously, the thing works just fine. And we're gonna lock this one up into our test bed here. There we go. Got it on there. We can see our torque. And let's go ahead and let this thing roll. Look at that one. Check that out. 304 foot-pounds. I think it finally did give out at 300 plus, but it was going, we were going to try to stop it at like 280, but Muscle Man back here just decided to go all out on it. We definitely exceeded what we were able to do in the snap-on ones by far on that one. I mean, honestly, when you're talking O2 sensors, crusty O2 sensors, are you really going to be moving these things over 300 foot-pounds? Not really. But in the case that we do, we have the ability to see these things reach over 300 foot-pounds from the Tribus Tools ratchet wrench. As you guys can see with the carnage and how well these tools worked in that test setting, you guys can tell that the Tribus O2 sensor wrench is more than capable for just about every single situation that you guys are going to come into for your O2 sensors or NOx sensors. Like I said earlier, this is going to be one of those tools where you're going to buy one and you're never going to have to buy another one of these again. Obviously, Tribus fashion, they do have a lifetime warranty, not one of those, oh, limited lifetime warranty as long as you're done within the first 6 months. No, it's none of those stupid BS kind of things at the bottom of the contract, but they are an actual lifetime warranty on the wrench. They've had very few failures when it comes to any of these wrenches, and obviously they're going to honor every single one of them if for some reason you guys decide to do some testing, maybe like I've done today. So just keep that one in mind as well, obviously with the lifetime warranty on those. You guys can see the carnage here. We've broken a couple things today, but we've been able to show the Tribus Tools wrench hard at use and be able to show you guys exactly what it is capable of in your garage usage. Now, the real question is, how are you guys going to be able to pick this thing up? We are doing pre-orders with Tribus here through the 1st of October. I know that's only a couple of days away, but we wanted to be able to give the subscribers an extra special deal on picking up this one-time buy lifetime O2 sensor ratchet wrench. So you're going to be able to go to the link below. I'm going to have it in the description, so make sure you guys go and click on that one. You're going to go through there and you're going to be able to buy this thing at an intro price of $109. $109 as compared to this snap-on one that shattered into a bunch of pieces. That one's $109. You've got your O2 sensor thing here that can't hold even a third of anything. That one's like $25. If you want the bigger expensive set with the crow's foot wrench and everything with it from Snap-on, is like $150. So at $109 for the pre-order price on this O2 sensor wrench is absolutely amazing. So it will be going up after the 1st, so just keep that one in mind. Not a whole lot. If you guys do have to save up some of your pennies, it's not going to be priced to the moon or anything like that. But one other thing that I wanted to be able to throw into my subscribers as well is a nice sticker. That's right, every single person who ends up buying one of the wrenches, it doesn't matter if it's in the promo period or down the road for a couple of months, we'll at least run this one for about 3 or 4 months. So each person who ends up going through that link and buying one of the Tribus O2 sensor wrenches will get one of these stickers shipped with them in the mail for free. That's right, no extra cost on that one for you guys as well. Big deal. That's going to be the start of my merch campaign, which will be coming up here in the next couple of weeks as well, which you guys really might want to stay tuned for. Well guys, that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. Hopefully this video was able to shed some light on some of the new O2 sensor wrenches from Tribus and to give you guys an idea on how to buy them and the uses that every single one is going to be able to give you in your everyday shop life. So big thumbs up to Tribus for letting me come in and do some testing here. Make sure you guys check out that link below. We've got a lot more stuff coming up on the channel, big things coming down the road, and a big bombshell coming up next week. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. And as always, you guys stay awesome.